You got a lot of people saying Embiid is dirty. Now,
Dirty.
Yeah, dirty player, dirty guy. And my thing is this, man. I don't know what you guys want anymore. You tell me that the NBA isn't the 70s and 80s and the good old 90s when the Jordan couldn't come down the lane and Lambeer would clothesline you, knock you out for 3 weeks. And I miss that NBA. And LeBron couldn't play in that NBA. And all of this fucking foolishness that you guys want in the game. And then when you have this little 6-foot guard that's destroying us and just going in whenever he wants to in Jalen Brunson, and Embiid gives him a slap to the face, you guys want him thrown out for 3 weeks. What is it? What are we doing here? Yes, this playoffs actually has been very physical. I don't want to hear it anymore that, because this is very physical. This is a physical game, not just the Philly and New Have but all of these series has been very physical. I'm so passionate about. And their new storylines. The first one. Let me get this out of the way. The tickets thing. Have you heard about that?
No.
So at our last home game, 76ers, the New York Knicks kind of basically outnumbered the 76ers fans.
Oh, okay.
In the Philadelphia 76ers arena. Have you heard about that at all?
Well, Embiid made a comment about it, but I just thought maybe they were just louder and more enthusiastic. Or I didn't get much more than that. Yeah.
So they're making this a huge thing. And the players, from the player side, I can kind of understand. So today the owner, Josh Harris, which now that I think about it, that's probably why Tobias stayed around so long. They're probably cousins or something. And I didn't think about that.
Wow.
But they bought whatever, a crazy amount of thousands of tickets. So they can give them out to 76ers fans. So New York Knicks fans cannot get them
for the next
this game. Yeah, coming up on whatever to Thursday.
Okay,
right. And my thing is this. Those tickets prices are crazy. You can't. They're calling out 76ers fans. Oh, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. You're letting the New York Knicks fans come in here and just outnumber you guys, and just a home game. How does that happen? Well, you don't have any, whatever. You don't love your team like we love our team. No, it's a lot of that craziness and foolishness. And it's like, well, listen, nobody's talking about the economics of things. Like, have you seen these tickets? Do you see the price of the tickets versus, what the economy is in Philadelphia and whatever? Like, what do you expect these people to do? Just go bankrupt because for a fucking basketball game? We have our priorities in order. All right, we're going to root the team. We love our team. When they stink, we're going to boo, and we're going to pray that Tobias leaves and all of that good stuff. But we're not going to not pay our rent to go to a game. You understand? In New York, they make a lot of money in New York. You know what I mean? What do you want us to do?
I think the bigger issue is it's probably a proximity thing. What is it, about a 2-hour drive probably, and you probably got a group of Knicks fans that say, hey, let's go do this, and it became something that they wanted to do. And it kind of probably built momentum.
Yeah, so, well, there has to be a lot of guys.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's probably becomes the thing to do. I mean, the way things are now, social media-wise, whatever, it's like, hey, let's do this. Hey, Knicks fans invasion. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I like it. It gives a little spice to the playoffs. Now you got your owner buying a bunch of seats and passing them out.
No, yeah.
So maybe some people that wouldn't ordinarily get to go will go, and they'll be fired up. This is a good playoff thing.
Yeah.
That's a nice playoff story.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Little gamesmanship.
Yeah. The next thing is you got a lot of people saying Embiid is dirty. Now.
Dirty.
Yeah, dirty player, dirty guy. And my thing is this, man. I don't know what you guys want anymore. You tell me that the NBA isn't the 70s and 80s and the good old 90s when the Jordan couldn't come down the lane and Lambeer would clothesline you, knock you out for 3 weeks. And I miss that NBA. And LeBron couldn't play in that NBA. And all of this fucking foolishness that you guys want in the game. And then when you have this little 6-foot guard that's destroying us and just going in whenever he wants to in Jalen Brunson, and Embiid gives him a slap to the face, you guys want him thrown out for 3 weeks. What is it? What are we doing here? Yes, this playoffs actually has been very physical. I don't want to hear it anymore that, because this is very physical. This is a physical game, not just the Philly and New York, but all of these series has been very physical. You know what I mean? And I think the flagrant fouls have been assessed accordingly. You know, we had Mitchell Robinson just picked Kelly Oubre up and slammed him on the middle of a fucking play. And it was a common foul. Literally picked him up and slammed him. You can YouTube it. And it wasn't even a flagrant. We're literally in 1991 right now. And I don't complain. I didn't complain. Whatever. It's whatever. They didn't throw Embiid out for slapping Brunson in the face. So, I go along with it. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. But they've been fair on both sides with it. So I think that's okay.
I'm okay with it. I think to be suspended in the playoffs, you need to commit a felony. No, to be suspended.
Yeah.
Because you can do, the flagrant foul, you can whatever, couple shots in the ball. Like, you can handle all that in the game. But you got to literally commit a felony to be suspended. We want the best people playing in these series. That's what's best for the game of basketball.
Yeah.
So don't take anybody out on something. I don't know in my whole life that I've ever lobbied for somebody to be ejected.
Mm.
I mean, I've wanted some people to get killed, but not ejected. I mean, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But I'm not that guy. And I don't have respect for people who, the second something is happening, like the hard foul, and if you're not directly involved in the play, but you're immediately turning to the officials and trying to get the guy ejected or something.
Oh yeah, that's everywhere.
You are a sorry sack of shit if that's what you're all about. that shows a lot about who you are.
Yeah. Draymond hates that. When somebody does that to him, he really hates that.
It's such a weak move.
It is.
If you're mad about if I hard foul your teammate and you come up chest to chest with me,
now that's something different.
You got something to say.
Yeah.
I respect that reaction. But if your first reaction is to turn to the referee and be like, "Whoa,
look what he did,
dude! You get out of here, man."
Dad, Mike is kicking me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. I have no respect for that. That's pathetic.
No, it is. But you asked me before the show, is Philly going to take this thing, win the series, or at least take it to a game 7? And that's going to be, it's going to be interesting, man. You go through this emotion. I'm watching the last game, and I mean, you just go through the highs and lows of watching the game. I'm taking a different approach this year. Usually off top, I'm trying to convince everyone we're going to do it this year and this and that. And this year I'm literally just watching and enjoying the games as they go out, and it's been a much better experience for me. I haven't been posting about it or anything really, and it's just it's a really enjoyable for me. I really appreciate.
That's what I've always done.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole getting into the posting and whatever. The game is the game. It's gonna
play out the way it's gonna come out.
And either you're gonna be happy or you're gonna be disappointed. But for me, that's always personal. I don't give a damn. If my team loses, I don't give a damn what the rest of the world has to say. I'm mad. I'm upset.
And you have your own.
You're not gonna make it any worse
or better.
Or better. Well, you certainly can't make it better. We lost. And if my team wins, I mean, it's great. I don't even care that your team. My team won. That's what this is about.
Yeah, but I really love what Embiid is doing out there. A lot of people, have their thoughts and feelings on him, what they think of, whether they think less of him as a player or whatever when it comes to the playoffs. See, Joel Embiid, he's always dinged up when it comes to the playoffs, and 90% of the time, it's not of his fault. It just isn't. You got Ben Simmons trying to rack up stats, and he on a rebound where it's literally only Embiid under the rim, he comes and elbows him in the eye and gets an orbital fracture, and he's out 1 year. You know what I mean? Then you have one of his teammates swiping him down low. He gets a knee injury in the playoffs. A lot of times now he has this Bell's palsy that comes randomly. It's
That's
nothing he did.
Wild story.
Yeah. It's literally not. He's nothing he did wrong. He's just living his life every day. But it happens to people randomly, and he has to. But usually when he's dinged up, it's and he tries to fight through it and play through it. it gets to him. And you can see it get to him in years past, and he will shut down immediately and play horrible for the game. And this year, he's doing everything he can to fight through it. Even if he has a stretch of time where it's bad, he'll still fight through it. Last game, he's turning the ball over left and right, and he shot maybe 40% from the field or so. But, he had 10 or 11 assists. This was his best rebounding game. The Knicks were out rebounding us the entire series, was killing us. And I could tell it was a concentrated effort for him. He's like, if I don't do anything else, I'm going to rebound this game. He had 16, 17 rebounds or whatever it was. And of course, Maxey, I mean, what more else can you say about him? He's just what he did in that last game was phenomenal. Taking the lead, taking the burden offensively. I just wish he was at least a little more efficient on the defensive end. I mean, he's a cone. He's just whatever. I wish he was at least Allen Iverson on defense or something. Like it's awful, but he's a young player, and players that comes, especially with guards, if they ever do get the defensive bug, it comes later on in their career. But damn, what he did last game was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, you got to like it. I mean, up until tying it to go to overtime, like the Knicks are on their way to the next round, and now it's like, hold on, you got to come to Philly again, and let's see what happens there. I mean, there's got to be a little emotional baggage to letting that game get away as they did from the Knicks, and it's on Philly to capitalize on that.
Yeah,
for sure.
You have to.